We know that this so-called energy bill is being put through Parliament at the moment, and bits and pieces that are coming out, especially over the course of last week and the weekend, are absolutely horrific and barbaric, and you can really get to see what the agenda is. Well, I've been sent an article which summarises some of the key points, and they're really nasty. Let's have a look at it now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I appreciate the support. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Free to do, and it helps us grow. If you've been here a while, make sure you still are. Hit the notification bell. Keep up to date with everything. Leave comments. Give us a thumbs up. It's all good. Thank you very much. What I try and do here is bring information to you which may or may not be relevant to your lives. Listen, take it and leave it. But this power bill really affects everybody. Smart meters are the massive bone of contention. Very massive. There's two camps. Want them, don't want them. Now, I did a video a couple of weeks back, really, where someone who knows what they're talking about sent me a very lengthy email, all to do with the legislation involving smart meters as it stands at the moment. And I read it out. You gave your opinion. Well, the fact of the matter is the government have set very specific limits as to how many smart meters they want installed in how many homes by certain time periods, and it's not happening. Part of this bill involves trying to hurry that up, amongst other things. Now, I'll read out some of this to you so you can get the impression of what's going on, and whether it actually goes through in the form it is. There's so much blowback on it, it's unbelievable. Now, the full title of the bill is A Bill to Make Provision About Energy Production and Security and the Regulation of the Energy Market, including provision about the licensing of carbon dioxide transport and storage, about commercial arrangements for industrial carbon capture and storage, and for hydrogen production, about new technology, including low carbon heat schemes, hydrogen grid trials, about the independent system operator and planner, about gas and electricity industry codes, about heat networks, about energy smart appliances and load control. Energy smart appliances and load control, remember that bit. About the energy performance of premises, about the resilience of the core fuel sector, about offshore energy production, including environmental protection, licensing and decommissioning, about civil nuclear sector, including the civil nuclear constabulary and for connected purposes. That is a big mouthful, that title, so you can see that this does cover an awful lot of ground. Now, it goes on to explain what a smart meter is. Get a load of this. Energy smart appliance means an appliance which is capable of adjusting the immediate or future flow of electricity in or out of itself or another appliance in response to load control signal, and includes any software or other systems which enable or facilitate the adjustment to be made in response to the signal. So the long and short of it, it sounds to me like a smart meter with all the smart functions turned on will have a hell of a lot of functionality and enable them to turn the dial down, turn the dial up, so to speak. Very, very concerning. Now, the apparent control over your energy usage and what happens is a very big reason why people are refusing smart meters, which makes this little next bit horrific. Moreover, authorities will be allowed to use reasonable force to enter any homes or premises to ensure that a smart meter is approved. And the actual text, requiring persons to supply evidence of their compliance to enforcement authorities conferring powers of entry, including by reasonable force. So the long and short of it is, if you refuse a smart meter, they'll make you have one. Now, the current gas and electricity legislation, from what I'm led to understand, if you refuse, you can be arrested and all sorts. This is going to cause pandemonium if this happens, I tell you. The next bit, The Secretary of State may make regulations for any of these purposes, enabling or requiring the energy usage or energy efficiency of premises to be assessed, certified and publicised. So in other words, they're going to make us have certain things. Landlords, for example, they're going to make them follow certain regulations, certain standards, and if they don't, then this will lead into very heavy fines and even prison. This is the next bit. Energy performance regulations may provide for the imposition of civil penalties by enforcement authorities in relation to cases falling within subsection 1B, C or D, but the regulations may not provide for a civil penalty that exceeds £15,000. So behave or get fined. And there's a whole big list of it there that carries on, but the key points there are the energy efficiency things. If you don't abide by net zero, you're in trouble. If you don't have a force meter, well, they may as well be called force meters, a smart meter, one will be forced on you using reasonable force is the actual description there. Very horrific stuff. I have been sent the full bill, the full article on this bill, and I'm sure there'll be more material to come out in due course, but that's a little summary at the moment, enough to worry you. Anyway, I'm off. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you soon with one more. Toodaloo.